Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are my wonderfuls, my beauties, my just splendid petty crew? Okay, well, let's get that petty tea ready. Scorching hot, boiling petty tea. If you like it cold, just hold the ice. Hold the ICE. We all know why. And oh yeah, if you went to one of the No Kings protests, you know, let me know down below and everything. What. Thank you so much. It's like with my disability sometimes, and also like most of my friends are or in different states, and other people that I know are not as political as me, and or they would be like, oh, but you look at you, like, oh no, yeah, they try to treat me like a little flower, just like, you don't know me. But anyway, I'm doing a quick video. I don't know how quick it'll be, but I'm going to be doing another episode right after this, because throughout my videos I've mentioned how some people will say, you don't sound like you have a disability. What in the world does disability look like? What's the definition of disability? Because the disability doesn't have look like parameters. And there are so many examples that I've mentioned, and a lot that I haven't mentioned yet, of how people would come up to me and judge me. And I've told you guys about even when I was going to work at the college to teach a class. And it's like, this is still when I'm newly, like, I'm still not, I don't think I'm diagnosed yet. No. I know I was just diagnosed actually. It's like, I think it was like 1 or 2 months after my diagnosis. My sister takes me to work or whatever, and, park in the car and everything. And I'm just about to get out the car. A police car is driving down the street. He stopped in the middle of the street in the front of a stoplight where there's several other cars. I won't say tons, but several cars. Like ready at the light. And he literally stops his car and gets out of the vehicle and starts marching toward and tells me, because I was about to open my door because I'm getting my stuff together, trying to get ready to go to work. And I think it's so funny or so crazy how so many people tell people with disabilities, you shouldn't get your benefits or you shouldn't get any money from the government unless you work. But then I hear on the other side, no, oh no, we don't think you guys should be out in public. We don't think you should be working and garbage like that or whatever. So, like, which side of the coin are you guys on? Which side of the fence? Because that's annoying and frustrating. And then either way, you're trying to limit people with disabilities on how to live their life or what the definition of disability, like, life should be. Stop doing that. Just stop doing that. But I remember the police officer jumped out of the car and he's like telling me, like, close the door, don't get out. And he starts yelling, this spot is for someone with a handicap. And he kind of stopped because he was like glaring at us, but he never looked at the back seat. So then when he finally looks at the back seat, he sees a walker. I wonder what would have happened if my walker was invisible or if my walker was in the trunk of the car. I wonder. In a scary way, I wonder, because to me that would be like a horror movie. Because the way he came up and how fast he came up and the tone of his voice. Because I don't look like. What does disability look like? And then so many people fake it. And it's frustrating. And so when people try to tell me that I don't look like I have a disability, but then I see people faking it. And it's like, especially with handicap parking spots and things. Because even at one of the locations of the college, I I'm going to work, I'm going to my class, and I see students, and I've even had students in my class bragging that they borrow their grandparents or one of their family members with a disabilities like placards so that they can go and park in the handicap lot. And they brag about it. And then other students are like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that too. And I'm literally looking at them like, you know, that's illegal. And oh, one student was like, oh, yeah, well, if I get caught, I'll pay a ticket. I don't care. It's like, I'd rather have VIP. And it's like the. Oh, but then a lot of times those same people, yeah, because there was one person, they said that they do it sometimes while having the necklace with the cross on it. So going to church and then doing stuff, it's just astounding and it's infuriating. And that's why I'm going to have so many more episodes concentrating on the disability community. And I'm going to talk more about politics, and I'm going to look up more political handicap related current events, articles and things, because especially what happened at the United Nations with, well, that one is about slavery, but then it's like with some of the laws and rules with America, with the world and how they see people with disabilities. And then uh, it's just infuriating because even with the airports and the lines and everything, now we have people, because yeah, I'm going to be talking a whole episode about this. And that's one reason why I'm doing kind of like an introductory short thing on it, because i'm still I'm still dissecting my feelings, because I'm infuriated and frustrated, and at the same time I know I'm going to need to talk about all of the different ways I'm disgusted and how they're hurting, how these people are hurting the disabled community, and how it's not like we chose this. And it's not like we're so happy and excited that we get to move to the front of the lines. Because I won't even say cut, but move into the front of the lines, because sometimes with a lot of our disabilities, like, you don't know what we're diagnosed with. You don't know, like, even like going to the restroom and having the access to it. With some of us it might be with medications. With some it's like just being able to like move around or stretch, or like just like the anxiety, and because having a disability and having people stare and look, and even have people like, some I've overheard people say, I wonder what she has, what do you think she has, oh, can you see, can you notice, can you, and it's like, don't shut up. Do you know how inappropriate that is? It's like, did your mother teach you manners? Did your father teach you manners? Because yeah, it's not just the mom's job, the dad's job too. Like, who taught you how to be so despicable and awful and terrible? And again, people with disabilities, it's not like we just chose this. Especially a lot of us who are born with our disabilities, we didn't choose this. Our DNA did. And so when we need these services, and a lot of times we have to wait, there is a waiting line. Like with us, so I'm going to be doing a whole episode specifically about airports, but then I'm going to break it down with even the disability door, because even back to the college, like going towards the door so I can press the handicap button to get through. Generation Z, some of you guys are so like, so there's some of the older students, so some of the later millennials too. Some of you guys are so rude and obnoxious and like, if I press the button because I'm trying to get through the door, but then you guys decide to run in front of me to the point where I have to stop and then the door's closing, so then I have to go back and press it again. And or students who they come up to the door and they look like, I've had students just look at me and punch the door or punch the button for the door. And the kids are laughing. Okay, well, they're not quote unquote kids, but you get it. The students are laughing at it. And or when I press the button and the door is opening, yeah, let's just say students have come to close it. They close it on purpose, looking me right in the eye. Right in the eye.